first thing to talk about is heat. Now, this is very much the layman's version. I'm sure there's people listening that will question my definitions or want to challenge it, but I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible, as much as anything for me. So basically the heat that we're after is available in two forms. There's the superheat, which is the heat that's available in the vapor above the vaporization point. And then there's the latent heat. That I've heard so many different names for different parts of this heat. You'll have to forgive me if these are not ones that you use. So latent heat, when the refrigerant has lost all its superheat, the heat available from the vaporization point down to the full condensing point is the latent heat, and that's available to collect as well. Sorry, I just need to go back one. And they're basically a superheat. There's about 30% of the heat is available as superheat, and 70% is available as the latent heat. So the bulk of the heat is in the latent heat phase. So this is a pH diagram, and basically to try to illustrate what I've just said in diagrammatic terms. So if you can see my cursor, latent heat, this is the saturated vapor line. So this is the point at which all of the refrigerant gas has turned to vapor, and the saturated liquid line is where all of the gas has condensed into liquid. So between those two lines is the latent heat. Above the saturated vapor line is the superheat. I hope the experts don't disagree too much with my assessment of that. Now this is a diagram that's been used in the document that the IOR Environment Committee have been working on, which is a guidance note on heat recovery. So quite simply, you have your compressors that discharge hot condensed gas to the discharge line and through to the condenser. Heat recovery is achieved by intercepting that hot gas before it gets to the condenser to transfer the heat out of the gas into whatever medium you wanted to transfer it into, usually water, but also sometimes glycol. And it's important to note that the heat recovery should be applied after the oil management system, so that you don't get oil depositing in the heat exchangers. There's also the opportunity to take some more heat after the condenser. Personally, I've never seen or applied this, but it was something that another member of the IOR committee was keen on, so it's in there. But most of the applications are on the hot side of the condenser.